First thing we do is just make a simple text message. Let's go to Insert, Text. And that'll give you what we call a text box. The text box is are surrounded by these white lines here with these little black nodes. And these little black nodes allow you to click and drag to make the text box larger, smaller, thinner, and wider. They also allow you to click on the text box and move the text box anywhere on the display you see fit. If you'd like to make the text box as big as the sign itself, just hover your mouse over one of the lines till you get the crosshairs, give your mouse a double click. Now you can see the text box all the way around the actual display. I'm going to make my text box about that big. Now once we've made the text box and open it up, we can click inside of it and get a blinking cursor. Now we just use our keyboard as a standard word processor and start typing. Okay, so I typed in test message number 2. Now because my message was actually wider than one frame of the sign, I end up with this scroll bar. I also end up with a very wide time for this message on the timeline. You'll notice my hold effect down here goes to scroll and the left. Whenever you make a message that is wider than what fits on one frame of the display, oMedia 3 will automatically rotate it for you. It'll rotate for one complete cycle of that message. And the software just repeats itself over and over. Now, if you want to stop that, you just push the pause button. You want to play that, you just push the play button. To edit the text, once you've created it, right-click on the text box, choose Edit. That automatically highlights all of the text inside of the text box and chooses it for you. From here, we can choose to go down here to the hold effect and choose the speed. Now watch what happens to the timeline as I increase the speed. It goes a little faster now, so it doesn't take as much time. But yet it still will scroll for one complete cycle. We can also right-click inside the text box, choose Select All, and now we can adjust the font by coming down to the font window. You can choose any one of these fonts you wish, whatever looks good for your sign. Feel free to experiment and play around with the different fonts. Now, once you get past the standard fonts that you see here, we end up with the Windows fonts. Now, the Windows fonts come from your Windows operating system. Whatever fonts that you have on your computer, you may use inside of oMedia. For instance, the Arial font. Once you get to the Arial font, you can make it a little bit bigger. And once you find a font that you like, you can choose scroll down a little bit. You can choose Set as Default. Now what that will do is it will take the information for the font size, the color, the background color, shadow color, all of that, and make it your default. So whenever you open a new text box, that is the font that you start with. Just saves you from having to go through and make all of the changes. We can choose the color of the text. Select all. Let's choose the color. Play that. You can see we got some red text now. We can choose to add a shadow to that text. Now, shadow give it more of a three-dimensional effect unless you choose the full shadow, in which case it completely surrounds the message. Our message is a little tall for the sign, so what we can do is just bring open the text box a little more. You can also adjust the direction of that full shadow by coming to the direction. Just click and drag. And the thickness. For text that's smaller than one frame inside of a text box, you can also choose the alignment. You don't like something, right-click on it and delete it. That gets rid of it. Start over. Insert text. There's a new text box. Now this one, I'm going to write hold on, if I can spell it. There you go. Now I'm going to insert another text box. Now that one shows up right underneath. So I want to click on it, drag it, and bring it down. This particular text box I'm going to scroll that to the left. And I'm going to make both of the text boxes match. So you can have one text box hold something, another text box scroll something. Good for advertising events and then times and dates, right? Text boxes worth of information on here. For the most part, folks will only be able to get two, depending on the side. So you really don't want more than two anyhow, just because people don't have very long to read your display. So if they're too busy, you're not going to get your point across. Each text box can have an independent color and can have an independent hold effect. You can also experiment with the appearance effects. Right-click, edit. Now an appearance effect, like snow, will actually add a little bit of time to the timeline, because we want that message to hold for X amount of seconds once it snows in properly. I don't see too many people using that one, by the way. Actually, a lot of municipalities don't even allow moving text, so most folks will just hold their messages on there. Now you can adjust on the timeline how long a message actually holds. For instance, if I choose here, that's 3 seconds right there. I'm going to insert another text box, and this one I'm going to click and drag and move and bring it up onto the same line. And I'll move this down here. Click and drag this one up for 3 seconds. So now I've got 2 text boxes that play one right after the other. Right-click, edit. I'm going to bring this one up top and insert text. Now this one, I'm going to click and drag and bring it all the way over this way, make it as wide as the two of them are. Bring that one down here. So my top line is rotating 2 messages, and my bottom is only rotating 1 in a scroll pattern. So you can do 3 different